Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and we're going to take a look at some of the ticker symbols that were in play today. Okay, first up, DCTH. Very sweet move today. Congrats everyone. Closed up 142%, was up as high as over 200% today. So that was a phenomenal move. Congrats, that this is exactly what we were looking for. It broke through the 100-day simple moving average. So yeah, very cool. We'll get into that in a second. RSI closed up here at 88, so it is getting frothy on RSI. Fasto did pull back. The upper wick on today's candle corrected Fasto, so it is below 80 at 78. We got a parabolic spike going on plus DI and ADX. The big move today was the break above the 100-day simple moving average at 0.107. That is the gold line. We were looking for a break above that. We in the last video we said if that level hit and it failed to break, the share price could have pulled back. But the break above that was our signal that it was still in play and then it had more upside potential. We wanted to see a break above 15. That happened easily. It ran all the way up to 20, busted through 20, and ran all the way up to 35. So 20 provided some resistance, but not much, and then 30 was the big resistance zone. Notice how back here in January and February, a double bottom was created temporarily at this 30 level. So now that's a tough resistance level to break. If it can bust through that and get through this 45 to 50 zone, then it could possibly run up here to the 200-day simple moving average at 108. That would still, that would be a huge move from here. It has some resistance to break through, but as you can see, that's still a part of this long drop. And notice how easily the share price broke through resistance today. That's because DCTH had pretty much a straight down drop. There wasn't a whole lot of support along the way, and since there wasn't a lot of support, that doesn't create a lot of resistance. So right now, the big resistance level is 30. Get through that, and then you're talking about the 40s and 50s on deck. The share price is heading higher in after hours trading right now. That would be good. You want to see the bullish momentum continue. There was a big volume spike today. Look at the huge volume behind the move. The last time there was a big push like this with a big volume spike, a red candle formed and it pulled back. We'll see if this can keep going with no reverse split. I'm sure that this company would love to see their share price above $1. Keep in mind there is an unfilled gap below. So if the share price does pull back, a gap fill does become a target. The key when a stock is breaking out is to follow the intraday charts. We like to follow the 15-minute chart. As you can see here, it closed in the bull zone on RSI and Fasto. That closed with the bullish crossover on plus DI on ADX here with the green line crossing or bouncing off of the red line. So you do not want to see a bearish crossover there. But really the most important thing on this chart is going to be this middle Bollinger Band. It closed right at the middle Bollinger Band and at the bottom of the sideways channel from today. And so what bulls want to see is they want to see that level hold. If it breaks, you could see it drop down to the lower Bollinger Band, currently at 18, and possibly down to the 50 simple moving average at 15. On the upside, what you want to see is a break above 24, which that level is in the process of breaking after hours. We'll see if it can stay above that level in pre-market trading tomorrow. If it does, then the big level to break is going to be here at 29. And if it can get above the 29 and 30 zone, which was high of day, then you could really see a breakout higher. You could see the big run continue. Notice how the middle Bollinger Band held on the pullbacks. As long as the middle Bollinger Band is holding, the uptrend is intact. The key on this move is the big volume. The big volume is signaling more upside potential. So keep an eye on DCTH. It'd be great to see it fall through tomorrow. Okay, let's look at DXTR. Okay, this closed up 61%. Very nice move today. It had a nice spike and it pulled back and then it pushed really hard into the close. We are looking for, we were saying to keep an eye out for RSI above 50, and it did close at 53 today. So that is a big signal that the chart is heating up. Fasto closed above 80, another signal that the chart's building strength. And then there's a bullish crossover on ADX with plus DI crossing minus DI to the upside. The big development on this chart today was the close above the bottom of the gap. There was a gap between the low of day on this candle and the high of day on this candle, and so the close above this red line line is signaling more upside potential, especially when you put it with the giant volume bar. Notice the big volume behind the move today, over 43 million shares traded. And so that's signaling more upside potential, and what we're looking for is a gap fill. The bottom of the gap is this red horizontal line, the bottom of this candle, and if it breaks above that level, then the 50-day simple moving average at 49 will be the next target. So we're looking for a gap fill here, a potential 50-day simple moving average test. As what we'd like to see on a pullback is you want to see the bottom of the gap hold and turn into support at 26, and we'd like to see candles continue riding EMA4 support higher. There was a recent PSAR bull flip and recent MACD bull crosses. Those were all signals that the chart was heating up. If you take a look here at the DXTR 15-minute chart, you'll see that it was very strong today. This is a chart we are working on in the chat. This had the classic break above the moving averages. The 200-day simple moving, or the 200 simple moving average was the top moving average on this chart, and the 11 o'clock close above that level was a signal that DXTR was in play. It was able to turn that level into support, and then at 12 it started running higher, and then you could see here at 12:15 a big volume spike came in, and the candle started riding EMA4 support. That was a signal that DXTR was ready to go today. When this red candle formed at 2, that was a signal that it could consolidate, and then on this pullback here at 2:15 we were looking for EMA13 support to hold. It did hold. That was the reload level. If you missed this big run here and you caught it midday, the reload was on this pullback off of EMA13 support, and then what we were looking for was a break above this high close resistance right here just below 27 at 26.6 or so, and that happened here at 3 o'clock, and then it ran very strong into the close. Notice that it closed near high of day on a really big volume bar. So the bulls were super strong. DXTR closed above all the moving averages, riding EMA4 support higher above the middle Bollinger Band. I mean, look down here. This is the 300, the 100, the 200, and the 50 simple moving averages. So this is as strong as it gets. So we're just going to be looking for a follow through tomorrow and a gap fill. Okay, let's look at LABU. You know, and on downside risks for a DXTR, if EMA4 support breaks, that'll be your first clue that the chart is cooling down, and you could see consolidate back to the middle Bollinger Band. As long as the middle Bollinger Band holds, the uptrend is still intact. Okay, let's look at LABU. This is a weekly chart. Each candle represents a week of trading. I want to show you this chart for the bullish development happening this week. Notice there's still room to run on RSI at 64. What's going on is an ascending triangle pattern had formed. Notice there's ascending support and horizontal resistance. A double top had formed with the 2016 high September close there, and also along with this February March 2017 high close. You know, you've got this double top. You know, it was tested again multiple times, and then finally this week it looks like it wants to break out above it. And so this is a weekly chart. This candle will not set until the closing bell on Friday, but this is a good start. If it can turn the 100-week moving average into support, you could see a run back into the 70s. Notice how this 70 level was big support. That's going to be the next major resistance level. There was a big drop in between this level, the current level that it's breaking out from, and from the 70 support level, so you could see a nice push to that level. Okay, so on a pullback, you want to see the horizontal resistance line turn into support, and you want to see the 100-week moving average at 53.35 hold. That is the key support level. That's your stop loss level. As long as it holds, this should be good for a bullish swing up trade. You know, the uptrend's intact, and this should be good to continue swing trading. Okay, look here at BTCUSD. It's up currently at 27.57. It has been you know, on this really nice run. It had the pullback, people loaded in the 22 to 23 range, and then it had this nice bounce off of that level. And so since Bitcoin has been bouncing and it's still in the strong uptrend, the Bitcoin stocks have been back in play. Look at GBTC. This is the big OTC play. You know, know, it's a very low volume play, only 54,000 shares traded, but it's very high in monetary value. You know, millions of dollars exchange hands every day in this stock, and so it's a good reflection of what's happening with Bitcoin. And as you can see here, you know, this tracks Bitcoin's movement, and there was the pullback and then the bounce, and then now what we were looking for was a close above the middle Bollinger Band, and that did happen today. Notice the close above the dotted purple line. So we want to see that level hold at 442. As long as that holds, then this uptrend should continue, and we'll be looking for a run back up here into the fives. We want to see this 540, a little above 540 level. The high close there is going to be the key level to break. And if the middle Bollinger Band holds, it should run back up to that level. Notice the upper Bollinger Band's up here at 569. So yeah, big bullish implications if the middle Bollinger Band turns back into support. That'll signal that the uptrend should continue. If the middle Bollinger Band turns into resistance, then you can see it drop back down to the lower Bollinger Band and possibly the 50-day simple moving average. Take a look at BTSC. This has been a Bitcoin stock that's been performing well. It still has room to run on RSI, currently at 64. Notice there's a lot of room to run on Fasto. It's only at 35. It had a nice bullish move, and then it pulled back like GBTC, and it bounced off the middle Bollinger Band, and then now it broke through 9 resistance. We were looking for that. It broke through that on Monday, and then today you know, it closed you know, right here just above the closing price back here on the 2nd. So that'll be the key level to turn into support. You want to see it stay above 11. If that happens, it'll hit our 14 target. We are looking for a run up here to the upper Bollinger Band at 14 and the high close here on the 5th. That is going to be the key level to break. So yeah, as long as the middle Bollinger Band holds here, BTSC should continue with the uptrend. And yeah, notice that down here there was a bullish crossover on the 813.5 on MACD, and then it's pinched. MACD's pinched on the 1226 and 9. We want to see that cross over. Okay, take a look at BTCS. We want to see RSI break above 50. Fasto's been riding the 20 oversold line. Want to see it break above that level. Plus DI is still above minus DI and ADX. What happened here is we had this bullish doji star reversal pattern down here. You know, following, you know, there's multiple red candles. The doji following the gap down to open, and then this white candle on Monday confirmed the pattern. We wanted to see a close above the 50-day simple moving average. It's a green line that happened today, and it also closed above EMA 4. So this is signaling the chart's heating up. You know, we don't like the upper wick on today's candle, but it needs to push above. If you can close above EMA 13 at 0.071, then the middle Bollinger Band will be back on deck. So this chart is heating back up. It just needs to break through resistance. Keep an eye out for a bullish crossover on the MACD 813 and 5. And then for the last Bitcoin chart, check out BITCF. You know, it's back above 50 on RSI. Bullish crossover on Fasto. What we want to see here on this chart, the candles drop below the middle Bollinger Band. We want to see them break back above the middle Bollinger Band and the 50-day simple moving average. Currently 0.375 is the key level to break. If it can close above that level and turn it into support, it could possibly run back up here to the 48 level. And yeah, we'd like to see this this uptrend stay in. You know, it's currently in a sideways channel. It hit the top of the channel, it came down. It's trying to bounce off near the bottom of the channel, and we're looking for a potential breakout above the channel if it can stay above the middle Bollinger Band and the 50-day simple moving average. Okay, thank you very much for viewing this video. Check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com to learn more. Thank you.